Hello, and welcome to today's episodes of The World Beyond the Dice. Today we're going to go through a different TTRPGs. I know we've been going over Daggerheart a lot. Today we are looking at one called Legends in the Mist by Son of Oak. I just picked up the PDF. You can buy it on their website. I'll post it in the links below. But if you purchase the book with the PDF, you will be on the first round of mailouts that I believe are supposed to come out sometime in July, but you get the PDF now. And I've been reading over it. I never played City of Mist. I wish I would have. All the other things, but this game uses what they call the Mist system, which is their unique system for their games, which is very interesting because it doesn't use like attributes or traits. They use tags. The whole character is built out of like 2 or 3 word tags, which is very interesting. Which we'll go over that. But let's jump into it. All right, let's see here. Boom. Now we are in Foundry. Now they do have a 2 ways to play this game on Foundry. First, you have the old, what I got loaded up was called the Legend of Mist demo, which has the rule set. No, not the rule set, but the character sheets and all that, so you can play Legend of Mist. But this way is still on version 12. You know, and the Founders is version 13. I'm able to bump down to version 12 because I use a server called Forge, so I can actually change my individual worlds to different versions of Foundry. Other way is to actually download or use the City of Mist rule set and convert it over to the Legend of Mist. So I just like this one. It looks prettier. I like the way the character sheets look. So I just built a world with version 12.43 of Foundry and loaded it up. Okay, anyways, welcome to City of Mist. It's basic adventure, a rustic adventure. You know, going through the countryside, coming from a small city. The system can be used for almost any game. I mean, you can make almost any character with the way the system works. Uh, but we are going to start with making a character, and then we'll explain, you know, different things. Okay, so first what we'll do is come up here on Foundry, click Create Actor. We're going to name him David the Giant. He's a tall man. He's going to be a tall person. So David the Giant. Click. And this is what a character looks like. It's pretty much individual cards with 3 tags per card. Each individual card represents something like personality, skills, magic, circumstance, stuff like that. Uh, so let's flip over to the character sheet. To the PDF. So I am going to change my screen real quick. Let's see here. Here we go. I believe it is my. Yeah, there we go. Here is my PDF. You can see on the bottom it shows I have. That's an official copy right there. So, anyways, I am going to load up my bookmarks, and we're going to go straight to the hero creation. So, here's this little thing kits you can use, but I can work with that. Make it here. Boom. Very beautiful artwork, and this explains how you publish with 3 traits and a negative plus your quest. 3 traits and negative to quest. There's several ways to do this. You can do it yourself, make up all your things. But I am going to make it easier, I'm going to use the pre-made tropes. So I'm going to scroll down here. Okay, with some of the tropes we got village folk, wanderers, outlaws, person in arms, faithful ones, magicians, witches, strange monsters, nobility, and monsters and god. How about David the Giant? Sounds like somebody who'd be like a sword wielder. So it'd be either persons in arms, or maybe even a village folk. Let's do persons in arms. And it comes here, you see an aspiring squire, or a swashbuckler, or a sellsword. Huh. Which one would I like to be? Uh, let's make him a sellsword. Make him a mercenary. So, first thing kit, which is called the prodigious ability, is called the formidable wisdom master, weapon master. So first thing I'm going to do is over here on Foundry, I'm going to right click theme 1 and click edit. Right here, I'm actually going to put in the prodigious ability. So that goes prodigious ability. And then for theme 1 is going to be formidable weapons master. So for Mid ball. Web. If I can spell today. There you go. Formidable weapons master. So that's the first trait. Next, we are going to look down there. It says, okay, for this thing kit, it's on page 112. And since this is a PDF, I can just click there and bounce it. Now, I could, with this, actually answer these questions and build my own with just with these questions, my own 3 answers. But I'm going to scroll down here since I'm doing a pre-made one. Find the formidable weapons master, and I'm going to choose two more tags out of this that pretty much describes my character. He is a great fighter, so he's going to be good at fighting. So I'm going to say precision strike. That looks like a good trait. So come back over my character sheet, take highlight that, put in precision. I got one more to pick. This. So let's see. They got weapons maintenance, pierce, defense, brandish weapon, poise, focus, well crafted weapon. I need to choose a weapon pretty much. Perfect parry. I think I'll do perfect parry. That sounds like a good defensive trait. So perfect parry is the next one. So we come back to here, click that. We go back to perfect parry. Boom. Next, we choose a weakness. Every card gets a weakness. And that's these right here that's kind of highlighted in red here. Those are the negatives. Yellow is good. Orange, red, whatever it is negative. I want to say I have a tail. Pretty much, if you kind of watch what I'm doing, you know kind of what I might do. So my weakness is I have a tail. So it comes right here. It says weaknesses and have a tail. Next, of course, is writing down our quest, which is right here where it says write down your motivation. The quest for this one is once drawn, a weapon may only be sheathed again after it tasted blood. Instead of me actually writing all that, let's just copy it. Boom. Control C. And Control V. Boom. Done. We can close this one out. And first tag is done. So we're going to go back to Persons of Arms on this PDF. Go back to Person at Arms. Next is a Forged in War. So this is a past trait. So we'll go ahead and kick that, knocked over there. Scroll down to Forged in War. This is the one we're using. So let's go back over here to Foundry, edit theme 2. And up here, I'm going to release this theme. The theme is the past. Cool. And the first theme, the first option is going to be Forged. I'll erase when I do that. Forged in War. All right, so now I got 2 more, a weakness, and then my quest for this one. Go down to Dale. Let's see, for this one, find cover, batter shield, momentum of someone I lost, move through battlefields, tall tales of heroism, can handle a blade. You know, he is a mercenary, so I'm gonna have him be ruthless. So we'll go ahead and pick 2, so I gotta keep flipping back and forth. So I got ruthless, and maybe a memento of someone I lost. I like that. Let's do ruthless and can handle a blade. Here, we just want to type in ruthless, ruthless, handle a blade. All right. Next up is we are going to the negatives. That's right. I like to have an old energy. I'm an old fighter, so yeah, the old energy is way my negative. So let's go ahead and go here. Click this. Old energy. Now I'll explain what negatives do and how they work too. I won't explain how the roles work and different things like that. So we'll get to that once we finish this character. Now we got to write down our quest for this trait, which I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna copy it. We are fated to forever slay one another. Are we fated to forever slay one another on the battlefield? Here, that, boom, and done. Two themes out of 4 are done. All right, so you go back to persons in arms. Oh, well, you can flip it over, but that's all right. All right, so we're doing the cell sword. So now we are on contract work, which is duty, page 106. Let's click that down. Right here. This is the one we're using. So let's flip back over to here. Click edit. Change this to duty. Theme 3 will be called contract work. I got 2 more powers and weakness and that. So let's flip over here. Let's go ahead and find 2 more powers out of it. Let's see. I think in neutral until hired and wears appropriate protection. That'd be a good defense one. All right, so let's here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just actually copy and paste these. So neutral until hired, Control C, Control V. There we go. And then where's appropriate protection? Control C and Control V. Now we got a weakness. Let's see what we got. The weakness is we got unexpected obstacles to be planned to the plan. Too old. Let's do two. Let's make him older. Yeah, let's make it too old for this. And then of course the quest: take the coin and do the work. Never one without the other. Okay, so we're gonna flip back over to the foundry screen. I'm just gonna copy and paste again. So too old for this. It's copied. All the weakness. Boom. Then copy that phrase that goes down here to what they call the quests. One more theme. So we go back to person in arms. So here we are. Now we could choose one. We got respectable leader, which is an influence. We could do a spell sword, which gives him a little magic, or we could do monster lore. You know, I like the idea of him having a little bit of magic. So let's do spell sword, which is a sorcery trait. Boom. Scroll down here. And spell sword is right there. That is sorcery. So, edit, of course. Yeah, spell sword. Okay. Next, we're going to choose 2 more. Let's see. We do area spells. That'll be a ranged attack there. So we'll do area spells and Gulf and Flame. Let's just shield it. Let's do area spells and shielding ward. Which I'm not gonna do. I'm just gonna copy them real quick. So let's do this. To area spells. C. B. And shielding ward. C. B. Now we need a weakness. Let's see the weakness: constricted battles, over specialized, evokes aggression. I'm gonna do overconfident, and then of course magic is a tool as important as my sword and armor. All right, let's head back over here and weakness. It is overconfident. What's that? There we go. And of course, magic is a tool. Control C. Right, there's all my traits. Next thing we work on is our backpack. So we are going to go back to personal arms. We're just going to give you the options to what to put in your backpack. You get one item for your backpack. So right down here in little words, probably can't. Let me zoom in so y'all can get a good view of that. There we go. Right down here, you see in little words, you got draping cloak, top quality boots, or a smoking pipe. I want to choose a cloak, something I, cover over myself. So I'm just going to go ahead while we're here, copy that. Then we are going to flip back over here and I'm going to edit this backpack. Add a tag, because even the backpack items are tags. Boom, draping cloak. Select that so that way you can select it from your backpack. So you activate it, add tag. Well, not add tag, no. Anyways, there we go. And we just close it. Now I can select it like that. All right, so we have all that. One thing I like to do is I like to give these people images. So let's find something in my files. Come on, there we go. That might be a good image for this warrior. Oh, I like that already. Let's just use him right off the bat. Boom, now we have an image. David the Giant. He looks like a sellsword. He looks like a giant. Let's just make him David. The sellsword. There you go. All right. Now that we have a character with all these traits, with no numbers, no attributes to roll, no way to attack something, how do we roll? How do we attack stuff? Well, you're gonna roll these 2d6s here, and when you roll, so say there's we'll say there's a zombie. He is coming in on you. You have your sword out. It's dark. It's raining. The moon is casting a light glow. You see the the kind of the flesh kind of peeling off his bones and his arms. He smells the smell of rot and decay is thick in your skin. What do you do? That's pretty much how this game works. You describe the scene. You ask a player what do they do. They do the thing. They decide, well, I'm gonna attack him, for example. So David's like, I'm going to run up and I'm gonna swing my sword at him. Simple. So what you do is you look at your traits. Which traits work for me attacking my sword? Okay, we're going to click them. So as a formidable weapons master, that is a workable trait. Precision strike, that one work. Forged in war, that means I'm skilled in battle, so that's going to work. Since I didn't say I was going to use magic, I'm not going to do that. So right now, looking at this, I am got 3 things selected. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna come here, click roll dice. This will be a quick fight, quick roll. So I'm gonna click quick. This is each trait you click gives you 1 power. That's 3, and that is the modifier you roll on the dice. Give me a wrong, because I'm just reading the book. But 0 to 6 is a fail with a consequence. 7 to 9 is a success with a consequence. 10 and higher, automatic success. That's how you decide. So I run up, I try to attack, I click roll. It's gonna pop over here. It's saying I'm rolling a moderate roll. Total power is 3. So let's approve that. And I rolled 7. Okay, so I hit, but there is a consequence. As I swing my sword, and it digs into the creature. So the creature gets what's called a status now. He has I use 3 power, so he has a 3. We'll say a cut of 3 on him. When he gets to 6, he loses. Anyways, but the consequence, David, this creature belched, and all this like nastiness that's inside the creature covers David's body, and he's going to get a 2 on sickness. So to add a status, let's see what statuses are on here. Is it notes? No. Listen, I'm still learning other stuff, so let's see where my status effects are. Ah, right here. So we click this thing here. Boom. Name your tag. This is going to be sickness. Oh, I don't like how when I highlight stuff, it doesn't erase it. That's annoying. Sickness. And it's 2, so we're going to go 1, 2. Click it. Check. Boom. So we have that status on him. So, now, what does David do next? Okay, I'm going to say David goes, you know what, I'm a spell sword. So I am going to imbue my sword with fire and attack him again. And swing this fiery sword. Okay. So I'm clicking spell sword. Now I can do Familiar Weapons Master, Precision Strike, Forged in War, and not perfect parry. But all this works towards that. Now we're going to talk about the negatives. If I decide I want to add a -1 to one of my things, okay, say I'm overconfident, that's going to make it -1. But if I roll with that, I get what is called an experience over here. And once I clear all 3 experiences, I can add another trait. Makes sense? So it gives you a reason to add the negatives. So let's roll it again. We'll do another quick roll. I have Sickness 2. Sickness 2 is going to make it a little harder. I will say that does affect my tags. So that's going to subtract 2 tags. So that means I'm rolling with a power of 1. So roll. And a strong hit. So I rolled a 1. He's already... Let me pull up a tag and let you see how it works. This tag here... I don't want to tag on you. Let's see if I can make a tag in my inventory, maybe. Create. Yeah, well, we'll put it here. Cut. Let's look at this one. This is the zombie's cut. He's already cut 2. He's got cut 1 again. So 1 would go on the 1 because it's from here 1 over. If I was cut 2 again, it would go 1, 2, and there's something there, so it cleared the 3. So right now, cut 1 clears that one. There's got to be a way to track a zombie. So let's see. Let's create an actor. A challenge. Name him a zombie. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, race. Yes. All right. Let's see. Two. Legend. Keep up with your. That's the limit. That's why we'll say get it to 3 defeats it. Okay. It falls out. Falls out. Okay. That's cool. All right. Threats, consequences. That's where that goes. So far, I am at hut 2. Add cut 2 to it. Cut. Huh. Does it have something like that? What's that here? Cut 2. There we go. Anyways, sorry about that. I haven't looked. I'm still learning all this stuff. All right. So zombie is going to try to swing at David. You see him move up to where. I mean, David's already right there in front of that flaming sword. Zombie's arms going to raise up. His fist curls as he slams down on top of David's head. Now David gets to choose. Okay, so David, what you do is this zombie tries to attack you. He can do what's called a mitigating roll. He can do a defensive, or he, try to attack him too. So David's like, I'm gonna try to block. I'm gonna block this attack. All right, so he goes through here to see what is good for blocking. Okay, got parry. Boom. I'm using a sword so I can handle a blade. Boom. Wears appropriate protection. And I have a spell called Shielding Ward. Boom. So I'll roll the dice. +4. I didn't take no negatives this time, so roll. 7 so he succeeded with a consequence. All right. I want to say the same thing happened. Okay, so he does succeed. As he comes up, he's able to pull his sword to try to block the blow. But as he blocks it, again, the zombie spews that sickness out. Ugh. Adds a sickness two to his attack, to his thing. So already two. So you count one, two. There's one there. So I check three. All right. So now since zombies win, let's give David a chance to go. David, the zombie just spit foul vomit, foul mess that was inside his belly all over you. You're soaked. You're stinking. Your sword is in your hand. What do you do? Well, I'm gonna spin around. I'm gonna jump in the air and I'm gonna try to slice the zombie in half. Okay, let's do it. So he's going to. He still uses his spell, his fiery sword, so he can do spell sword. And then we're gonna do. He's being ruthless. Let's do ruthless, forged in battle, precision strike, and that. I'm not gonna use a negative because I'm just trying to kill this thing, kill this son of a gun, you know. So roll that. All power 5. Let's roll. Roll 10. That's a hit with 5. So that is going to be more than enough to increase his cut from 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he defeats. You see, he slices him. And says he's the one. Dude, I'm gonna say, yeah, you slice right to his skull. It digs in deep. Probably slides down to his nose. Rotten brain matter kind of oozes out. Gooey blood where it's been congealed and coagulated starts seeping out as a zombie steals and falls over dead. The area is silent as a rain rages around you, lightning striking, the wind howling as you look down at this corpse and wonder what else is in this darkness. And that is a typical scene of battle for Legend in the Mist. Of course, I could get stuff wrong. Like I said, I'm still learning. I've watched some actual plays, but I wanted to go over, the rules, how the powers work. I might have, especially the creatures with the limits, the tags, and all that. I might have that wrong. And probably people will tell me, "Hey, use the City of Mist. It's probably might be simpler." I just really like the look and aesthetic of the character sheet on here, as opposed to the character sheet with the when you're running Legend of Mist through City of Mist. That's all. And the fact that I use Forge and I can downgrade my Foundry without having to downgrade the entire Foundry makes it simpler for me to do that. But, anyways, if you enjoyed this, give me a like, hit a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Um, Besides that, I will post like the link to Son of Oak down in the comments. Link to the Foundry, link to the Forge will be down there too. If you're looking for a game, I do run all kinds of games on SBG, so look me up, Noble Goblin. Besides that, y'all have a great day, and let's focus on the worlds made beyond the dice.